Imagine burying a team's defense before the game even kicks off, only for them to rise from the grave and deliver a stunning comeback. That's exactly what happened in the Pittsburgh Steelers' thrilling 27-20 upset victory over the Indianapolis Colts, fueled by a whopping 6 turnovers from the visitors. If you're a football newbie wondering how turnovers can swing a game, think of them as costly mistakes, like dropping the ball, literally. That hands your opponent golden opportunities to score. And this defensive masterclass? It silenced the doubters and propelled the Steelers back into contention. Pittsburgh's defense, fresh off a symbolic funeral mocked on social media before the matchup, stepped up in a way that could only be described as their finest performance all season. This Sunday showdown on November 2nd, 2025 at 5:36 p.m. Eastern Time wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Steelers forced an incredible 6 turnovers, the most they've seen in a single game since Week 1 of the 2018 season. 5 of those came from fumbles courtesy of Colts quarterback Daniel Jones, directly leading to 24 points for Pittsburgh. These blunders helped the Steelers climb to a 5-3 record, ending a frustrating 2-game skid. On the flip side, the Colts tumbled to 7-2. Watching their impressive 4-game winning streak vanish into thin air, the game kicked off with Indianapolis asserting dominance, marching down the field for a touchdown on their opening drive and jumping to a 7-0 lead early in the second quarter. But football's a game of momentum shifts, and that's where the Steelers struck back. Star edge rusher T.J. Watt ignited the turnaround with a strip sack, a defensive move where he slams into the quarterback while he's throwing, knocking the ball loose. Watt scooped up the fumble himself, setting the stage for running back Jaylen Warren to scamper in for a quick touchdown. Suddenly, the tide was turning. Pittsburgh seized the lead for keeps shortly after, thanks to linebacker Peyton Wilson's sharp interception of a Jones pass. For beginners, an interception is like a pickpocket in the air, snatching a thrown ball meant for the offense and flipping possession. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers capitalized, firing a precise touchdown strike to tight end Pat Freiermuth in the red zone, that crucial scoring area near the goal line. The Steelers added a field goal right before the break, heading into halftime with a comfortable 17-7 advantage. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite the Colts' furious rally attempts in the second half, their repeated errors kept them from mounting a real threat. Indianapolis actually outgained Pittsburgh in total yards, 368-225. A stat sheet domination that makes you wonder, does possession always equal victory? More miscues, including fumbles and picks, sealed their fate, and this is the part most people miss. The Colts converted all 5 of their 4th down attempts, even pulling off a sneaky fake punt deep in their own territory by safety Rodney Thomas. That bold call nearly paid off, but it ended abruptly with Watt's game-altering strip sack. Talk about high-risk, high-reward strategies. Do you think teams should gamble like that more often, or play it safe? Diving deeper into the turning point, the first 18 minutes looked like a breeze for Indianapolis. Their offense punched in a score right away, and their defense forced the Steelers to turn it over on downs, while stifling any chance to recover from a botched punt deep in Pittsburgh's end. It screamed easy win. Yet, in a flash, Watt's explosive play flipped the script, hinting at the turnover frenzy that would define the day. Moments like these remind us why star players can single-handedly rescue a team on the brink. Another key factor? The Steelers' defense stuffed Colts running back Jonathan Taylor, the league's top rusher entering the game. For context, Taylor had been tearing up defenses all season, but Pittsburgh limited him to just 23 yards on 8 carries in the first half, finishing with a dismal 45 yards on 14 attempts, his lowest output of the year. With their ground game crippled, Indianapolis had to air it out, relying on Jones, who completed 31 of 50 passes for 342 yards and a touchdown. But the price was steep. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. It's a classic case of feast or famine in the passing game. Brilliant when it clicks, disastrous when it doesn't. Pittsburgh's emerging young talent shone brightly too, proving that fresh blood can invigorate a veteran unit. Wilson's interception was huge, but his tip on a Jones pass late in the third quarter was even more pivotal, leading to rookie edge rusher Jack Sawyer's first ever NFL pick. That steal paved the way for Warren's second touchdown dash, the dagger that clinched the win. Earlier, Alex Highsmith's strip sack, another fumble-forcing hit, saw first-round draft pick Derek Harmon recover the ball, sparking Pittsburgh's initial third-quarter points. These moments highlight how rookies and young guns can step into the spotlight when it matters most, blending seamlessly with the old guard. On offense, the Steelers weren't flashy, but they were effective, gritty and opportunistic, like a scrappy underdog, making the most of every break. They didn't light up the scoreboard on their own, but they converted those defensive gifts into points without wasting them. Rodgers delivered another solid outing, going 25 for 35 with 203 yards, a touchdown, and 0 turnovers of his own. He spread the love to speedy wide receiver Calvin Austin III and towering 6'7" tight end Darnell Washington, who together hauled in 9 of 12 targets for 99 yards. It's this kind of balanced, error-free play that keeps games in reach. Finally, a shout-out to newcomer safety Kyle Duggar, traded from the New England Patriots just days earlier. Stepping in amid injuries to Pittsburgh's secondary, the defensive backs who cover receivers, Duggar started and earned a well-deserved game ball for his contributions. In a secondary that's been battered, his timely arrival feels like a game-changer. But is trading for vets like Duggar always the smart move mid-season? Or does it disrupt team chemistry? That's a debate worth having. What do you think? Was this upset a sign of Steelers' resurgence, or just a fluke born of Colts sloppiness? Drop your takes in the comments. Agree that turnovers are the ultimate game killers? Or got a hot counterpoint on why the Colts should have pulled it out? Let's discuss.